There's a market opportunity that is coming that I don't see anyone talking about, and that is the coming retrofit market. Hi, my name's Phil Zito, and I am the founder and CEO of Building Automation Monthly, where we help organizations to train their technical talent so that they can go and execute project work and service work as fast as possible and as profitably as possible. We help companies develop a talent pool that they can tap on when they need to so that they can go and execute their work and make their customers happy. So something I haven't seen a lot on LinkedIn, I haven't seen it in any of the news periodicals, is discussion about the coming retrofit market. Now, it's no surprise, and it shouldn't be a surprise, that a lot of folks in the 50, 60-year-old age range are starting to retire. And a lot of the folks who are starting to retire and leave the operational side of building automation are the folks who are maintaining legacy building automation systems. You know, the systems you can't buy anymore, that are held together by baling wire, that use the old green screens that sit in a broom closet somewhere, and you don't want to touch the machine because you're like, oh crap, it's going to blow up and the system's not going to work anymore. Yeah, those systems. And so there's this opportunity with these folks leaving for those of you who are paying attention, for those of you who are tied into your customers, to have retrofit opportunities. And I remember in 2008 when the economy was collapsing everywhere, folks were getting let go, businesses were downsizing, and yet my service team and I were just knees or up to our elbows actually in retrofit work. We had found that we could go to customers that had legacy systems that were having to collapse their budgets and using energy dollars at the time. We could assist them in retrofitting their buildings. Well, we're also seeing a retrofit market now, a more aggressive retrofit market start to appear. And so here's what you need to look for. Here's tip number one. Focus on your existing owners and your existing accounts and look at who has legacy systems. Even if they're not a system type that you necessarily service, just make note that they have a legacy system. Because if that system can no longer be purchased and can only be serviced by the operator who's on site, then guess what? That's a prime opportunity for retrofit. Number two, understand that retrofits are no different than just regular design, build, construction work. I know this gets people so tied up. They hear the word retrofit and they start to cringe and they don't know how to estimate it. They don't know how to scope the work. They're panicking a little internally. And in reality, a lot of retrofit work, especially legacy retrofit work, is rip and replace. Let's just be honest. While there are some drivers that you can pull into building automation systems, most of the time, the most predictable way to actually do a quality service retrofit to a customer is to at least rip and replace the field controllers and sometimes the I/O too if it's specific. So don't freak out. Oftentimes, you can estimate that just like you would any other project. And here's number three. So, right, we've looked at making sure we have a log of our customers and what systems they have. We've addressed the fact that we don't need to panic and we can estimate retrofits just like any other project. And tip number three is that, guess what? Even if you don't have a service team, you can do this with your construction team. That's the beauty of retrofit projects. They are often owner direct projects, but they are still structured in such a way that they are essentially a construction project. So if you're thinking to myself, well, I don't have a service team. How am I going to do that? Well, guess what? Even though you don't have a service team, you can still run this through your construction team. So there's really no reason why you should not be, at least at a minimum, keeping a log of your owner accounts and what legacy systems they have in place. That should be a discovery question for you sales folks out there that you're asking. And you should make sure that you know this, because as soon as someone leaves who that system is dependent on, that is a prime opportunity for you to get involved in an operational budget or into a capital budget to discuss a retrofit opportunity. So those are your three tips focused on actually taking advantage of this upcoming retrofit market. Mark my words, this is going to happen. And those of you who are prepared are going to find yourselves having a lot of revenue entering your business. So make sure you pay attention to this. As always, I'd love to discuss this with you in the comment section below the video. And if you're looking to develop your team so that your team can execute this upcoming retrofit work, or maybe you're a salesperson and you need to learn how to scope and estimate work so that you can effectively go and price up this work when it becomes available to you, definitely reach out to us. Our online training programs are there to train you 24/7 a day, and I look forward to working with you. Thanks a ton for watching this video. Take care.